All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 382 of the First and Free Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern Atlanta Falcons football. Going to end this week talking about some Atlanta Falcons football. Talk about our quarterbacks real quick because I just saw an article. It's all over the internet. It's not hard to find. I know I saw it on Bleacher Report or whatever the case may be. We're going to talk about Marcus Mariota being far ahead of Desmond Ridder. And we're going to talk about what that means for the team. And how does that bode well for both quarterbacks? Even Arthur Smith. We're gonna talk about all three of them real quick and really get down to what this can mean for the future of the Falcons. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller once again. I'm on YouTube and Rumble. Also, you can find on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. So if you want to listen to the audio version of this podcast, it's right there ready for you to go. And like I said, the numbers have been looking good. I cannot thank you guys enough for the support. And I noticed that people have been looking at all the links down in the description to find other ways to find the podcast, just in case if YouTube or Rumble's not working. You can also check out on other avenues. And that's the way to go. Subscribe to more than one, just in case one goes down. That has happened before. And that's just how it be. And I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. First and foremost, Marcus Mariota was signed by the Falcons from the Raiders, and basically this was Arthur Smith's guy. You know, this is his first time coaching as a head coach, and to get the guy that he trained or he coached when he was at Tennessee was the way to go. And on top of that, he needed a backup, and he got a smart backup with Desmond Ridder. Now, me personally, I honestly thought Desmond Ridder could win this job. And that may could still be the case. But from what I'm hearing, Marcus Mariota is ahead of Desmond Ridder as far as learning the offense, taking command of the offense, and doing all those things. And it's a reason why Arthur Smith wanted Marcus Mariota down here. And it's not a bad thing at the end of the day. I just know that I feel that I was wrong. And there's nothing wrong with being wrong sometimes. Some people like to be the know-all and the end-all and all knowledge when it comes to your teams or whatever. It's a good thing to be wrong because there's times where you can communicate with the people that listens to your to your product and have good dialogue. You know, everybody don't know everything. And I was wrong. I thought that, Desmond Ridder could be the guy, but at this point, I feel like Mariota is going to be the one. I mean, he's far ahead based on what Arthur Smith said. He's actually impressed with Desmond Ridder and him learning, and that's what his job is as a rookie at the most part. I mean, we're so used to being accustomed to watching rookies come in right away and take over. I was sitting here just thinking about all the rookies that's coming in for the Falcons, not just Desmond Ridder, but all the rookies coming in and contributing right away. Drake London, Evan Kete, Tyler Algier and company, all these guys just going to come in and just be all pros right away. But that's rare. That's really rare. Last time we had that as a Falcon, I mean, we had Matt Ryan come in and just, blow the doors off as soon as he walked in the door. Led us to 11-5 season, but that like I said, that's a rare situation. I mean, can it happen again? Yes, but there's a reason why we have a veteran here at a quarterback. Now, does this mean that everything's going to be, great and Mariota's going to shock the world and revitalize his career? That doesn't mean that. Can it happen? Oh, absolutely. They kind of pinned us as the worst team one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. So there's very low expectations. There's not too many people think that we're going to do them very well. I think that we're going to at least match how many wins we had last year. If not, get a couple more wins as well. I'm thinking between 7 and 9 wins, maybe 10. But with that being said, it's really going to bode based on what Marcus Mariota does. Even Desmond Ridder, whoever's going to be under center, and with Marcus Mariota knowing the offense. Taking command, actually out here knowing what Arthur Smith is about and how to execute his game plan, it probably is a good thing that Marcus Mariota is not only on the team but is also far ahead of Desmond Ridder. Does this mean this is a bad sign for Desmond Ridder? No, I don't think it does. I just think that he's in a really good spot where a lot of people who's been watching this show has been telling me that Desmond Ritter's in a good spot. He's in a good spot to the point where he can learn the system and be ready to go within a year or two. And if he's not catching on as fast, we still put ourselves in a situation of drafting another quarterback. And I know that's one thing a lot of people are saying, like, like saying that we should draft Bryce Young or draft another quarterback. I'm not a fan of that. If we do get another quarterback, I would like for it to be a little bit later once again, because I feel like that Desmond Ritter's first round talent. He just happened to fall to the third round. I think Ritter, Willis. I also think that Pickett from Pittsburgh. I think all three of those guys could have been at least a first or second round talent. And all the three teams that he went to, or where they went to, kind of got a pretty good deal. Pickett, I can't say he went too high. I can't say he went too high because Pittsburgh really, really needed a quarterback. So I think he's been put in a situation because the team around him is actually pretty decent. Now, if you want to talk about a rookie that starts day one, I would not be surprised I wouldn't be surprised if Pickett starts day one. Mike Tomlin liked the role like that anyway, so I would not be surprised. As far as Willis, I think he'll end up starting. I don't know about day one, but he'll probably end up starting. We'll see how that plays out, because that team itself is kind of, it's a good team, but I don't know if it's going to bode very well for that whole process. Maybe they do better, but I don't see them going any further where Tannehill took them, if Tannehill took them anywhere. Now, for the Falcons, I think the Falcons have put themselves in a pretty good situation with the two quarterback situation. Excuse me, because the Falcons basically have two quarterbacks here that can be ready to go, and they fit the scheme. Pittsburgh don't have that. They don't have two quarterbacks that fit the scheme, and even though that the Titans may have two quarterbacks that fit the scheme, Tannehill is not the guy. We've seen what Tannehill has done and seen what he didn't do, and his days, for the most part, are numbered. Sadly, they have a $100 million contract tagged to him, so he may not be going nowhere no time soon. And I don't think anybody want to trade for that. But for us, we have two quarterbacks, not much money on the books for either one. Very good deal for Mariota, 2-year deal, and I think he's paid on the cheap by NFL standards. And also we have Desmond Ridder on a rookie contract. So looking at all the quarterbacks that's been taken throughout this draft, I think we have the best position or the best situation when it comes to these guys. But I will say that we still have uphill battle. We have uphill battle. Saying that we can win 9 wins is very, very optimistic, and it's doable, but it's not set in stone. If anything, if I really wanted to give you a gut feeling, which I wanted to talk about this down the road, I could see us winning maybe 6. That's the gut feeling, but logically, I think we should win 8. But my gut feeling is we're going to probably win less than that. But I feel the 7 and 9 is going to be right there is where we're going to end up. But my gut feeling says otherwise, but that's a whole nother story for another day. What does this mean at the end of the day for Arthur Smith? Once again, Arthur Smith is basically implementing his style of football on this Falcons team. He was not able to do so in year 1. Obviously, with so much going on, Matt Ryan was holding the team down salary-wise, had a way to get him to another team, got a lot of cap space going into next year. That dead cap is going to be off the books, so it looks bad right now, but the next year is going to be much, much better for the team. We're also going to be looking at a situation where the quarterback situation is still going to be up in the air, regardless how well any of these two guys do, because I don't see... As of next year, I don't see that Arthur Smith and company, Terry Fontenot, is going to sign any of these quarterbacks long term. Maybe after 2023, let's see, going into 2024, looking at what's going on with the quarterback situation. If one of these guys are shining very well, I could see Ridder probably getting a rookie extension and probably getting that big contract. Or we could see Marcus Mariota getting a big contract for his services and be around for another 3-4 years. Then you're looking at a 5-year situation, but having Ritter on the sideline for 5 years is not necessarily ideal. But when you have a 3rd-round pick, and if he doesn't live up to the expectations to being a starter, no harm, no foul, right? I don't see there's a harm there. I don't see there's a problem there. So when you're looking at the situation at the end of the day, this is a good problem. And Marcus Mariota being ahead of Desmond Ritter is what it is. If you really look at the situation in the total package, you got a guy here who's been around for 6-7 years, knowing the system, against a guy who just came out of college and learning how the NFL runs, let alone learning what's going on with the Falcons in the new playbook. He's just learning how to be a professional. So if he does manage to get some playing time throughout the preseason, and he shows off what he can do, and he's actually looking pretty good, we're gonna have a good quarterback controversy. But if not, we still have a quarterback that we can fall back on. Even vice versa. Even if Desmond Ritter his stock goes up and he's start going to be able to playing, he's going to start playing well, and he's playing better than Mariota. We still got a good backup just in case if Ritter start falling off a little bit. So this is a good problem. I see what they're saying. Marcus Mariota is far ahead of Desmond Ritter. This bodes well for Arthur Smith. I think Arthur Smith has once again put himself in a position to actually be successful with what they got going on with this team. Not only with the quarterback situation, you look at other positions that they've had so far this entire offseason. Everything looks really good considering what has happened with this team. Everything looks pretty smooth on paper. Can it be implemented? Man, I can't wait to see what these guys do in preseason, and we can start seeing what this team is about and what they can do. So that's pretty much going to be it for the rest of this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed your Friday. If this is your first time here, please make a choice to like, share, and subscribe. If you like this content, then hit the like button, share this content, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. Thank you guys for another successful week. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. Can't thank you guys enough. If you find it in your heart to donate or check out any other links down in the description where you can, it's all down there. I really appreciate it. Hey, even if you like and subscribe to the podcast, that makes it a really big deal. Also, go on Apple Podcasts, give me a 5-star rating. Let people know how well we're doing over here. If I'm not doing a good job, give me some feedback as well, either here on the comment section on YouTube or Rumble, or the feedback anywhere else possible. Also, you can hit me up on Twitter and let me know how you think of the podcast. I really, really appreciate you guys. I cannot thank you guys enough. If any news come about throughout the week, I will be sharing it on this channel. If not, I will see you guys on Monday. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for another successful week. You guys are amazing once again, and I will see you guys on Monday. Thank you guys. You guys take it easy. You guys be blessed. Peace.